That's all this is hopes of future revenue, because for Hearthstone, they're losing money by giving this away for this price. Yo, what's up? So today we're going to talk about some more WoW stuff, specifically some of the stuff that they've added to their 6-month subscription for World of Warcraft. I have been very critical in the past of things that Blizzard has added to their 6-month WoW sub, namely the mounts that they usually associate with them, because I feel like that draws away from some of the stuff that they create in the game. But I'll talk about that as well as some of the other Hearthstone stuff they've added. And you should also know going into this that Hearthstone has kind of been under a little bit of fire recently with the release of their mercenaries thing, which a lot of people are calling like Hearthstone Shadow Legends or something, basically because you can now spend more money on the systems in the game to give you more cards for mercenaries and for the base game. So you basically are purchasing like mercenaries as like usable people, like you would be purchasing, say, characters inside Raid Shadow Legends. That's the running joke within the community. So that being said, if you do like this kind of content where I go over some of the WoW stuff and talk about it earnestly and openly, please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. But let's just go ahead and get into some of the stuff here. So first off, this is basically on top of the 6-month thing that they've already added in the game. So with one purchase of the 6-month subscription, you'll get a free Brilliant Sapphire Sky Blaze mount in World of Warcraft, the Imp in a Ball toy in Burning Crusade Classic, and a slew of Hearthstone goodies, including Battlegrounds perks and packs for the brand new Mercenaries game mode. Now, a lot of these I don't necessarily have the worst problem with. I think it's completely fine if you're a company and you want to incentivize people playing your other titles, especially for Blizzard, because basically what happens is someone does the 6-month sub for World of Warcraft, they get these things for Hearthstone, and then they're more likely to sign into Hearthstone, giving them a monthly active user, or vice versa. You're a Hearthstone player, you see the massive value in something like these things down here, and so you buy the 6-month WoW sub and you're like, hey, maybe I'll give WoW a try. I have 6 months of a sub, might as well. And the WoW sub even counts for classic and retail. So you might even get 2 monthly active users for every single Hearthstone player you convert. And WoW, for every WoW player, you might get an extra monthly active user for all of them that sign in to get their rewards. And if they end up liking the game, then you have another person who's going to play throughout the expansions and possibly buy more things. Now, there is a thing within marketing in general where if you can get someone to purchase a single thing, then they're going to continue buying things. And that's not that really big of a stretch. A lot of people talk about this all the time. Anytime you listen to marketing, if you listen to like Devin Nash or anybody who talks about that, I think even Bellular talks about this sometimes. I'm sure Asmongold has brought it up. But basically the idea is if you can get someone to put their credit card in to the system, then they're more likely to make further purchases because you've removed a barrier of entry. So let's say in this case, you're a Hearthstone player and you're like, dang, I really like the idea of being able to play this game, but these packs are just too expensive. And I might buy it, but then I have to put in my credit card. It's just too much work. I don't mind. But then if you have like an immense value like this, then you're like, wow, I'll put in my card this time. And then the next time you're like, wow, my card's already in here. So they've removed that barrier of entry of having to enter your card. And then you have also already kind of spent money on the game. So now you feel more okay spending money on the game again, or giving money to the company again. This is a common thing within marketing. It's no secret. Everybody should know this. You should know it so that you know when someone is trying to get you to invest money or to remove a barrier of entry for you to spend more money on their platform. That's all this is hopes of future revenue, because for Hearthstone, they're losing money by giving this away for this price, because basically this right here, these costs are more than the cost of getting this entire WoW sub, okay? So they're essentially losing money on this in the hopes that in the future, these people spend more money. On top of that, they'll be able to say, hey, we have this many 6-month subs for World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is doing great. Even if none of them actually really sign into World of Warcraft, they just bought it for this insane value here. They get to say that they have that many subs for World of Warcraft, which there's this difference between monthly active users and subs, and they're trying to get both with this act. but they can separate those numbers, and then now they have more things that they can encourage investors with, or kind of, tame a lot of the player base right now with. Now, like I said, I don't have a problem if they want to like sell these card packs. Hearthstone as a game is already centered around the purchasing of card packs. Now, I don't personally play that much Hearthstone, so the mercenaries things didn't really matter to me. Of course, I think it's a little bit kind of rude and fucked up in a way that they're, charging extra for something like this, because it really does seem like they're like, "Oh, give me more and more and more money." But at the same time, this could be another game mode that is like parallel to the base Hearthstone game, where it does warrant spending more money. I'm thinking like Commander and Magic the Gathering. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So though you are technically able to use normal cards for Commander, they do sell like larger cards just to act as your commander in that type of game for Magic the Gathering, at least in person. I don't know how it is online. So there is another revenue system there. So this seems to align itself with the playing card game industry. I personally think that this follows the industry just fine. Now, of course, would it be absolutely great for the players if this didn't cost extra money? 100%. I can't deny that by making this free, that it would be better for the players, but there probably are enough people willing to spend money on this because it's a new game mode that they like it and enjoying, that Blizzard can make money off of this. And I don't necessarily find it predatory in the same way that I find some of these other things predatory or, annoying, because again, it's following kind of the same trends within the playing card game like community and market, and they could be providing enough value here to warrant spending more money. I don't know. I don't play Hearthstone, so I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. I hope they make it free for all you Hearthstone players out there. I really do. Or at least they let you use the same cards you use for the normal game. I'm sorry that they don't, but that's how I stand on that. So unlock experience boosts, a diamond legendary minion, 13 cosmetic hero skins, and more with the United in Stormwind Tavern Pass. So basically, what this is this is like a, normal game pass that you would see in like Apex Legends or Fortnite or whatever. Any game really has these now, mostly shooters or BRs, but a lot of games have these now where they have these passes. Even League of Legends has these, with at least in TFT. They might for the base game. I don't really know. Doesn't matter. You see these kind of passes a lot. Okay, it's not uncommon. So the fact that Hearthstone is free to play, it's a free to play in air quotes, right? Because you're not gonna do that well unless you spend money. Though there are people who have made it, top 100 or whatever using the base decks. So it's possible to play for free even at a high level. So this isn't uncommon. I don't necessarily have a problem with, game passes. They usually are only like cosmetic things, so it doesn't matter that much, especially when the game isn't centered around acquiring cosmetic games like it is in World of Warcraft. That's a separate issue. So this just seems like an amazing value for anybody in Hearthstone who does this. So then get similar goodies during the next expansion cycle with that says Tavern Pass as well. So you get 2 Tavern Passes. That's amazing. In Battlegrounds, get advanced stats, emotes, and the choice between 4 heroes with the Battleground perks through both expansions. So I guess this Tavern Pass is specifically for Battlegrounds. So again, I don't play Hearthstone. I don't really know how it works that much, but either way, you get 2 Tavern Passes for that. That sounds like an amazing value to me. If I played Hearthstone, this is 100% already worth it, right? I think this is a smart move from Blizzard on this part. Now, these other 2 things here, I'm going to have a major problem with, okay? So, just to sum up everything here, you get the Tavern Pass for Battleground perks for Hearthstone, you get expansion packs for Hearthstone, and you get mercenary packs for Hearthstone. So you get a ton of value for Hearthstone. If you're a Hearthstone player, 100% this is worth it. If you're going to buy these packs anyway, super worth. If you weren't going to buy these packs anyway, you're not saving money by doing it because you weren't going to spend that money anyway. So don't let this trick you into spending the money. But again, if you are going to spend the money, this is super worth. Amazing value. Now, the Sapphire Skyblazer mount, I've already talked about my problems with, but I'll recap them here. Basically, this mount has a new skeleton, has new skin, has new particle effects, has a new mount special, looks significantly better than any of the other mounts they've implemented in the game as of recently, especially better than the mount you get for killing Sylvanas or for, clearing 15s or anything. They just spent more time developing this and creating this than they have for any of the other mounts in the game. And I hate that you can buy something that looks better than something that you can earn within the game. I think that's horrible. I wish they would completely remove their shop within World of Warcraft. I think in a game that you have a box price for and that you pay monthly for, it is absolutely ridiculous that they also have an item shop, and those items like cosmetic items and mounts and all that shit looks way better than anything you can get in the game. It's just embarrassing in my opinion. I think it's horrible. I think that should be enough to just piss everybody off. But there are a lot of people who apologize for it. So if you're one of those people, I feel sorry for you, because you just must be an idiot, because this is just embarrassing that the company is willing to do this kind of shit. So that's my thoughts on the mount. Obviously, I hate it. Obviously, I'm very critical of it. I think it's a horrible idea. I think Blizzard should never do anything like this, and I don't think anybody should be okay with anything like this. Now, if you're one of the 5 Burning Crusade players left, I mean, if you thought adding the boost was bad into the game, or you thought adding a purchasable mount within the Burning Crusade Classic was bad, then you're also probably going to find this super annoying, because you get this enigmatic imp and his fortune-telling ball to answer any yes or no question. You have, so basically it's like a toy, okay? So you get this toy within Burning Crusade Classic. So this is something that wasn't in the game when Burning Crusade originally launched, and they're adding in the game, and you get it by spending money, okay? So all the same arguments that people had against the purchasable mount with the Dark Portal Pass or whatever it was called applies here. Most of the arguments that were against the boost also apply, though this doesn't obviously make it so that botters have an easier time here. It is still basically, they're adding things into the Burning Crusade that weren't there, that are available through monetization. And, they already removed /spit. So I guess if you want to create a macro that spits on people, you're going to have to do /emote spit. Small workaround, but you're able to do that again. So I feel bad for anybody who's playing the Burning Crusade Classic now and absolutely hated this. Though I know that the server's population has been pretty down recently. It probably will go back up during the release of the next set of raids and stuff, but I doubt it'll go back up to what it was at the launch. And I think a lot of what happened is people left after all of the crazy monetization stuff that Blizzard did here, and now they're continuing it. So if you remember when the Dark Portal Pass launched, everyone was like, oh, it's just a one-time thing. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do this. They're not going to add more stuff. They're not going to add more cosmetic stuff into the game. Well, guess fucking what? They actually did. They actually added more cosmetic stuff into the game. You were, you believed them. They lied to you. Of course they lied to you. Why would you be surprised when they said they weren't going to add these kinds of things into the game? You were an idiot if you thought that they wouldn't. Of course they're going to. It just makes them so much money. It doesn't matter if most of you leave. This just gives them so much money. And it makes it look like they have a lot more subs. It makes it look like they have a lot more monthly active users. This as a business move is really smart in the short term. I think in the long term, it's bad. And I think it's bad because people are getting fed up with stuff like this. People are already fed up with this because people had so much issues with the Dark Portal Pass. This is fine. Then locking people into 6 months is like, it's a little fucked. And I don't know. I didn't really expect anything else from Blizzard. They tend to do this stuff all the time. It's just been getting worse and worse as the years go by. So, if you are one of the people that buy the 6 months sub because you like the mount, all the power to you. I just want you to know that there's a reason that these mounts look better than anything you can acquire from within the game. Is because they make a lot of money off this. It makes it look like they have a lot of subscriptions, and if you have a 6 month sub, you're more likely to log in over that 6 months than you would be to purchase 1 month subs incrementally and then sign in there. So they get monthly active users, they get subs, and they get more money, and then they spend less time developing stuff actually acquirable in the game. And, you know, if you're a Burning Crusade player, I'm sorry that they keep monetizing your game. I I know a lot of you hate it, and I know that there's not very many people left in the game. So, for those of you that are, I'm sorry that they keep doing this. I wish that they didn't. Obviously, I think it's a horrible way to treat the players within the Burning Crusade Classic who just wanted an original feeling to the game, and they're kind of ripping that away in a lot of different ways. And if you're a Hearthstone player, hey, you get a ton of value if you're going to purchase these things anyway. But if you weren't going to purchase them, don't spend the money, because while it's good value, you're not saving money if you spend money that you weren't going to spend anyway. So that's my final thoughts on this ridiculous situation where Blizzard just, you know, they take one step forward and two steps back, it seems like, in my opinion. If you disagree with me, leave it in the comments, or tell me what you think about this stuff in general, because I love to hear your guys' opinions, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, I'll probably respond to every single one of you. I usually do. And leave a like on the video if you enjoyed watching this, and consider subscribing, because I'm sure this won't be the last time Blizzard does some fucky shit. So that's it. Peace.